Now, let me ask you something, Leroy. All right.
Yep.
I was listening to this Brian Flores yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't get mad at me. I just had a question. Is it interesting at all that we've still gone this deep into camp, all right? We're only 2 weeks out from game day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not even 2 weeks. What is it? You know, we're close.
I said that earlier, and you about...
Well, it's not game week.
Keep going. Keep it moving. All right.
Still no QB1 announced. Fishy?
He did, and he said, didn't you say Fitzpatrick was going to be this guy?
Nope.
Right.
Nope. In fact,
not Fishy.
He was asked flat out yesterday, who is QB1, or when are we going to know who QB1 is? And he said as late as possible.
Yeah.
Late as possible.
Is that any different than any other coach would do?
I think, didn't Joe Burrow, didn't he get the QB1 announced, Robbie?
Because they got rid of the old guy.
Well, he got it announced, though. Announced.
Because they got rid of the Red Rifle.
I don't know.
They still got Ryan Finley, who started games for them last year. They could have easily made him the starter.
No, really?
Yep. They handed over the, you know what that is? They handed over the torch.
Handed over the reins?
Yep. And I was wondering if that was a factor at all. If it were just,
no.
I was like,
Are you trying to read into it and make it?
I'm not reading
it. Got a chance.
I was just curious. Does he have a chance? You know. And then yesterday,
no.
I tell you what, there was a big tell yesterday that kind of threw up my antennas with it when it came to Brian Flores.
Okay.
He was a little too forthcoming when somebody asked him if health was a factor on if Tua will start or not. And you know, Flores, he doesn't reveal anything. And so he was almost a little too willing to answer this. That made me think it's a bluff.
That is definitely part of the conversation, for sure. I mean, I think, we're at 10 months. It was a pretty serious injury. He looks good, though. I mean, you guys have seen him. He looks good. He looks healthy. He's moving around to his right, to his left. But, yes, that's part of the conversation. Look, he's a great kid. I care about him. You know, I want what's best for him. And that's definitely part of the conversation.
He never reveals anything. Now, all of a sudden, now that's a big part of the conversation.
Wait,
now
he was asked a question.
Yes, but
how can you not say that plays a role in it though?
Because this
when
is
he hasn't played football in almost a year.
Here's why. Because normally Flores answers like this: "Ask me about Tua's health. Is Tua's health a factor?"
Is Tua's health a factor?
Well, I mean, you know, his health's a factor. Everything's a factor at this point. You know, we take in all factors when making a decision like this about who is going to be our quarterback. So health is a factor, experience is a factor, the time is a factor, everything's a factor. But he was too much like, oh yeah, health is a factor. It was very
wait.
It was very interesting.
Didn't he basically say the same thing you just said?
Nah.
You just threw some ground cover over the question.
No, he was just like, he was very chummy with answering the question. He was just like, oh no, yeah, health's a factor, baby. Come on. I was like, interesting.
That is definitely part of the conversation, for sure.
Listen.
I mean, I think, we're at 10 months. It was a pretty serious injury. He looks good, though. I mean, you guys have seen him. He looks good. He looks healthy. He's moving around to his right, to his left. But yes, that's part of the conversation. Look, he's a great kid. I care about him. You know, I want what's best for him. And that's definitely part of the conversation.
Couldn't even finish the answer because he was almost like, oh, I think I'm giving away too much.
Really?
Yep. I think they're on to me. I don't know, Leroy. Interesting. Yeah.
You are the worst.
Why? Why am I the worst?
Because he did a whole lot of talking, and he really didn't say nothing.
Nah. See, this is.
Hey, is injury a factor? Yeah, and then he threw some sprinkles on it. You'd have been pissed off. He said, "Yep." Next question.
No, he kind of did. No, that's see, we're on different sides of the spectrum here. I feel like he was almost too honest there, which makes you feel like he's being dishonest.
Well, look, most coaches will answer obvious questions.
Will
That's an
they?
obvious question.
Will they? Normally it's like, This guy had a good game. I mean, they all had a good game. I mean, this guy had a good practice. They all had a good practice.
Well, what happens is that in football, coaches are reluctant to give guys, all that credit. They just are like they're very reluctant to praise a guy. If you go any coach and ask him, "Oh, how's it?" "Oh yeah, he had a good game. There's some things he got to work on." It's always a but, no matter what it is. Hey, the guy threw for 700 yards, but you know what? I hate to say it, he missed a couple of throws.
It's very toxic.
Robbie could be a good coach. That's what Robbie is.
Robbie, can I get a flow on when he will announce QB1?
QB1. When would we like to know? As soon as possible. When will you guys know? Probably as late as possible is, where I'll leave it.
There you go.
Big cloud of mystery.
Is that a shock? Is that a shock? Okay, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Take that question.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of places you can bring it, and they're saying the same thing. Chicago and
New England.
Right? So stop. What are you doing? Why are you making your coach sound unique about how he's answering questions? They all do that.
I would have thought that we would know Fitzpatrick was the guy this week.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Yep. Just, everything that was surrounding, him being gone from the team, he's back. Then I figured when he was back, they were going to be like, well, Fitzy is our guy. And they didn't. And
why would he, though?
It's because
What's the point?
He was the guy last year. What's the point in not doing it? If you were going to go with Fitzpatrick, why wouldn't you announce it at this point?
If everybody understands the situation. Now, keep in mind, I will say this. The players probably know.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
He just told him he didn't know.
Really? You falling for that?
So you agree he's a liar?
10 days before a football game?
So you agree that he's a liar?
No. I agree that he's not telling anybody, and neither is anybody on the team going to say anything, but they have probably an idea of who's going to start.
Well, I don't think you could do that. Like, what if you have a Goran Dragic on your team who adorably just lets it slip?
No. Football's different.
What do you mean football?
Because we don't have a whole bunch of Slovenians.
Has there ever been a Slovenian NFL player?
No, farthest we go is Canada.
I saw
some guys are from Bahamas. You got I think Christian Okoye was from Africa.
One day there'll be a Slovenian NFL player.
No, they won't.
Oh yeah.
No, they won't.
Would you have thought that the best NBA player in the world was from Slovenia?
They play basketball over there. They don't play football.
Just give him a chance.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, if Fitzpatrick was the guy, why wouldn't you just say so?
Because you don't have to.
Yeah, but why? So the Patriots can game plan for Fitzy? He whooped their ass. Next.
Again, we all know that, but that's not how coaching works.
Right.
You've been listening to these press conferences for years, and you still say the same stuff.
Nah, because this one was different. Like I listened.
Not.
I listened to all the Flores press conferences. This one had a little bit of.
Wait, hold on. We got mad at Joe. What's his name from the coach, the old Dolphins coach,
Philbin.
Joe Philbin.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't give full confidence in
Ryan Tannehill.
Tannehill.
Yeah, his best game.
Well,
Right.
that was stupid.
Okay.
That was stupid. And Tannehill told you, like, when have you ever heard Tannehill angry? It was like the only time he ever got mad.
Yeah. Because he was basically saying my coach is an idiot.
Well, I don't think Flores is an idiot. I think he's very smart. That's why when I heard him with this different tone, I was like, oh.
Understand, why do you expect... Look, periodically we have this show.
Yeah.
And we act like coaches. And we give the answer that we think the coach will give. And it's never an answer.
Right.
Why are you with the slightest bit upset that when you hear a question answered, it's answered like we do all the time?
But I don't think I am upset. That's why, because I feel like he was more forthcoming in this one. Like he was being a rascal. Like he had more of a twinkle in his eye when he was answering.
You know
this.
when you're honest? When you give an answer that everybody already knows. Okay? Saying Tua's health is going to play a factor in when he plays is not going out on the limb. Okay? Now, him not answering, he could have one quarterback. One quarterback in camp. He wouldn't tell you who the starter was.
That seems ridiculous.
I'm just telling you. That's what they do. Why do they have to tell you?
They don't. But that's why I find
and he didn't.
That's why I find it interesting that he kind of said that health is an issue with Tua.
Is it not, though?
I don't know.
He hasn't played football in 10 months.
I heard stronger than ever. 100%.
Okay.
Now
still
all of a
hasn't
sudden?
played. Still hadn't played football in 10 months. So is it a factor? Sure. We have questions on whether he could take a pounding. Like, yeah, we just went 20 minutes on a whole lot of nothing.
I don't think so. I think there's something here. I smell a rat.
You can smell a rat, but it don't. You ain't. There's nothing there.
Let's get to headlines.
Whale rumors yesterday regarding Alvin Kamara, but reportedly he is going to be back at practice today.
Yeah, but there was the rumors are just that they're willing to trade him, aren't they?
Yes, that they're open to trading him. Yes.
They're
still trying to work out an
trade him,
extension.
and then he reports to camp. Huh.
Was he not at camp?
Well, I think he wanted a contract. He wanted a new contract. That's the whole.
I can see that. Well, he was. What was Alvin Kamara? When was he drafted? Was he drafted?
He's in the last year of his contract.
Yeah, I would want a new contract if I'm Alvin Kamara too.
Running back.
Well, they just gave the running back for Cincinnati $48 million.
Oh, Mixon.
Yep,
Let's see.
and that's Cincinnati.
Yeah, I would definitely, if I'm Alvin Kamara, I would do the same thing. $2 million this year, kick rocks, bro. You interested in trading for that, or you don't want to pay a running back?
Not a first round pick. I'd say I probably have to start with a 2 and a 3.
I mean, a guy like him would help a young quarterback. I mean, he kind of does it all especially in the passing game too.
I think with Alvin Kamara though, you need a veteran quarterback.
Really, it doesn't help a young guy.
That can like a lot of times he doesn't necessarily have plays for him, but he's a viable receiver. But sometimes when you have a young quarterback and you have a back that catches a lot of passes, they'll just go to you so they don't have to hold on to the ball. And you don't want all of a sudden to have a whole bunch of 3-4 yard passes.
So yeah, Mixon got 4 years, $48 million. They were both drafted in the same year. That's $12 million a year, so Kamara probably looking for like 15, 16 million a year, I'm guessing.
And look, it has nothing to do with all that. I don't care about the averages per year. All you care about is guaranteed money. That's it. So what did Mixon get? What, 20?
Let's see. I'm still looking. I haven't seen anything on the guaranteed money yet. It just says 4 years, $48 million. He was set to make $1.2 million this year on the final year of his deal.
Right.
But,
so I would say guaranteed money. I'd do the same deal and give him 30. Guaranteed. But he'll probably end up with like a 5-year, $60 million.
Yeah, the other thing I can see on that is I found $10 million signing bonus for Mixon, but I don't see what the guaranteed number is.
Well, because keep in mind, they could give you $10 million to sign the contract, and then the first year be $5 or $6 million, and that's basically $16 million guaranteed. So, like, even though it doesn't say guaranteed money, the way the contract may be structured, you're gonna get, X amount of dollars out of it. Because you can't take a $16 million hit for a running back. So according to the number against the cap, they're almost forced to keep you for additional years, and
I
that's
got the
how
number.
you get
19.3 guaranteed.
right. So 19.3.
So you're
That
giving
was about right, right?
Yeah,
20 million.
So you're giving about you would give 30 million guaranteed to Kamara.
Yeah, 5 years. I go 5 years, 60 million. 60. It doesn't matter what the number is. You give him 30 million guaranteed, and you could either do it with a signing bonus or with the first 2 years.
Okay, so not into the Dolphins trading for
No.
him. You're happy with the Breida Cheetah?
No,
Yeah.
because you got to pay him. Keep in mind, he gets traded. It's not. You're gonna then have to give him a new contract.
I understand, but he's an awesome player.
Okay, but you have 2 guys, so you have 3 guys now.
Nah, you just kids I want to hit the bricks.
No, because now you're wasting money, cap money.
Yeah, but he's a star.
Tobin, I have learned over the years of talking to you that there is no way in hell you can run a professional franchise.
I feel like I would be awesome at this job. Quite
No, you
frankly.
won't. You just want you're right. Look, shiny new thing.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh, shiny new thing? Well, I said draft 2 and they did that. And you said never going to happen.
Well, you did want to trade all the draft picks to get.
Well, I would have. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Okay, that's stupid when you're at rock bottom as a franchise.
Well,
with
listen,
players.
I'll give props to Chris Greer. He's the smokescreen master.
And
Right?
that's why you don't have a job like that.
I don't want a job like that.
Because look, the day before the draft, you would have traded everybody for Tua.
Dude, I'm not like Mike Francesa who thinks he could be the manager of the Yankees, okay? I don't want a job like that. I just want to sit here and criticize and gas bag. That's what I want to do. You act like my
Hey,
dream job
You
would
know
be...
what? You know what? Mission accomplished.
You act like my dream job would be, sitting in an office all day, scouting players. I'd be like, nah, I'm just going to sit back here and give my thoughts on it.